All right. Okay. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for choosing to be with us tonight on this platform. The date is the 22nd of September, being a Monday, 2025, and welcome to our business presentation. Thank you for joining us from all four corners of the world. I see different people joining us from different parts of the world. Yes, but I have not seen visitors tonight. Let me find out who is joining us for the very first time. Who is joining us for the very first time? Who is joining us for the very first time? If you are joining us for the very first time, please come in the chat. Come in the chat and give us a yes. Come in the chat and give us a yes. Yes, if you are joining us for the very first time, if you are on this platform for the very first time, give us a yes in the chat. I see William Vito is joining us for the very first time. I see Kevin. Kevin is also joining us for the very first time. Is it only two people joining us tonight for the very first time? Is it only two people joining us for the very first time? I believe there are some. Yes, but if you are here and you decided to keep quiet, we really appreciate your presence tonight, joining us on this platform. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome and thank you for joining us. It is a business presentation that you are attending right now. Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. I can see. Okay, all right. Okay, guys, take your seat. Thank you for honoring the invitation. Those who were invited to this platform, thank you for honoring the invitation. And please make sure that you are getting seated well. You are getting seated well. You don't have any disturbance around you, since you might be attending it from home. All right. So thank you for joining us, all our great leaders and all that are making it possible for this Zoom to take place. Let's get right away into the business presentation. Yes, why have you been invited here? Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a business. And this business, it makes us not to keep quiet because of how it is changing lives. Yes, because of how it is doing, we are failing to keep our mouth shut. We are making sure that we reach as much as a big number of people so that their lives also can be changed. So if you are here for the very first time, I would like you, yes, I would like you, what is happening here? Okay. Yes, I would like you to make sure that you are settled, and you are able to follow through our business presentation. Okay, so let me share my screen and then we get into the business of the day. Can I be able to share my screen on my other gadget? Let me see. Give me a few moments. I want to share my screen on my other gadget where my presentation is. Okay, so give me a few moments. Let me do this. Just a moment. Let me do this. Okay.
Recording in progress.
Okay, all right, here we go. Please confirm in the chat if I'm loud, if I'm audible on the other side, if I'm audible on my other gadget. Please confirm in the chat if you can hear me very well from the other microphone. Please confirm in the chat before I start sharing my screen. If I'm audible, please confirm. Okay, I'm loud and clear. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me share screen right away. Then we get into the business of the day. Screen sharing, 1, 2, screen sharing. Here we go. Screen sharing, 1, 2. Is my screen visible? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Is my screen shared? Is my screen shared? If my screen is shared, okay, all right, it is visible. Okay, let me pull my presentation right here. Then we are good to go. Okay, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are. This is the reason why we have gathered here tonight. Wherever you are joining us from, the reason why you have been invited, it is because of this cryptocurrency trading business. That is the business that we specialize in. Whenever we invite people, whenever you hear us making noise, it is because of this business. This business of trading cryptocurrency, it is currently taking over the storm, changing different lives across the globe. Maybe you might be one tonight if you are having an open heart. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to give you a brief introduction when it comes to cryptocurrency trading business. What is cryptocurrency, or what are cryptocurrencies? Yes, the word crypto, you can see, and we do have currencies. We do have crypto and we do have currencies. Yes. So we are looking at currencies in a crypto form. We are looking at how we can transact using crypto, how we can buy and sell using crypto, because currency, as you can see, it is a form of exchange, a form of transaction. So we are looking at cryptocurrencies. We are talking about money that has got value, but it is in a digital form. Ladies and gentlemen, this type of money, when it is being transacted, there is no need for a third person, which is called a central oversight. Somebody who is going to make the connection between the two parties. So when we are transacting using cryptocurrency, we don't need the presence of the central oversight. Actually, when it comes to cryptocurrency trading, it eliminates the presence of a middle party, a middle person. So these are valuable digital assets. When they are facilitated, it means me and you facilitating the transactions, peer-to-peer transaction. So we don't need the presence of the middleman for our transaction to happen. Why is it possible? Because we are living in a time where we are having a digital system which is called blockchain. When we talk about blockchain, we are also looking at another type of system where the entire world is able to connect through a system of computers. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a time where information can be kept on a blockchain, not only kept, but also it can be accessed publicly because of this system, which is in a digital form. So when we are looking at a blockchain, we are looking at a digital system that allows us to store information across many computers. The way the blockchain is designed, it is in a way that is very difficult for one to fake or to hack the system. Yes, information that is kept on a blockchain, it is very difficult for one to fake the information, to duplicate the information. So this makes the blockchain secured and reliable. You can rely on blockchain. If you can rely on blockchain, you can also rely on cryptocurrencies because they run on this ledger called blockchain. So we are talking about trading, meaning buying and selling of these crypto assets. Yes. So if we are buying and selling these crypto assets, there should be price connected to it. If there is a price connected to it, it means there should be money that is involved in the buying and selling. So if we are to look at the entire global crypto market, we want to see if this business is profitable. How much money does it carry? When we are looking at all the available cryptocurrencies, money inside it all together, how much is it? Because we are talking about buying and selling cryptocurrencies. We call it trading in simple term. So let us look at the global crypto market cap. Let us visit the market currently, yes, and see how much money is available in all cryptocurrencies, because we may be talking here or you might be invited, but you don't have a clue how much money is involved when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So let us come here. I will just open one of the applications that I normally use to track cryptocurrency data. Yes, so I normally use CoinGecko. Sometimes I use Coin Market Cap. So I do have Coin Market Cap. I do have CoinGecko. You can visit this website. You can visit the application for you to be able to access information pertaining to cryptocurrencies. So let us open one of these and see how much money we are talking about when it comes to global crypto market cap. Ladies and gentlemen, as we speak right now, you are able that we are in a business that is over a $3 trillion. Yes, over $3 trillion. Where do I get this information? It is pictured right here. Yes, global market cap, meaning to say the total amount of money that is available in all cryptocurrencies available in the market. So we are looking at $3.9 trillion. This is a lot of money if we are to speak. Yes, very, very huge amount of money. Ladies and gentlemen, when we are looking at businesses and then we find a business that is over $1 trillion, you cannot ignore that type of industry. You cannot ignore that type of a business. So we are talking about 3 trillions. Yes, close to 4 trillions. Yes, $3.9 trillion. This is a lot of money. Can you imagine that in the 24-hour volume, yes, 24-hour volume, it is giving us $225 billion was traded buying and selling of cryptocurrency in the 24-hour volume. So much money, over $225 billion. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is evidence that the business that we specialize in has got the capacity. Yes, it is able to change lives, many, many lives across the globe, because there is a lot of money. Can you imagine all these billions of dollars? How does people trust to the extent that they bring so much money to the market. It means it is a profitable market. $225 billion, 24-hour volume. So, ladies and gentlemen, these cryptocurrencies can be bought when their price is low, and they can be sold when their price is high. Remember, their prices, they are so volatile. They rise rapidly, they fall also rapidly. Yes, this is making the business to be a risky business. Buying something at a low price and it goes high up rapidly, yes, and then you sell and make profit. Mind you, it also comes down rapidly. In the blink of an eye, prices can change. So this makes trading cryptocurrency very risky. But the good news that I'm having tonight, that I want to share with you, that though the prices of cryptocurrency are so volatile to the extent that they can rise and fall in the blink of an eye, we can still be able to trade and make gains out of it. Why is it possible? Probably someone is asking, how am I going to do this? Because I don't have any knowledge. I am not an expert. I don't have any experience when it comes to cryptocurrency trading. I do have very good news for you tonight. What is the good news? The good news is that you can trade these cryptocurrencies even though you are an amateur, even though you are a novice. How is that possible? There is a system that you can attach yourself to. When you attach yourself to this system, you can employ this system to trade these cryptocurrencies on your behalf. How do you do that? Only when you are having a smartphone. Yes, a smartphone that is able to get connected to internet. Then you are able to trade these cryptocurrency. What is the name of the system that I am talking about? That someone needed to have it on their smartphone so that they can trade these cryptocurrencies when they are low, so that they are able to sell when the price goes up. Let me find out if we are together. Yes, let me see if we are together. I see we are 88 participants in the house, 87 participants. Yes, can I see? Are we still friends? 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 Okay, yes, we are still friends. Thank you so much, friends, for your responses. Yes. All right, so let me introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, a system that you can use to trade cryptocurrencies even if you don't have experience about trading. Yes, it is possible that you can connect to the market of crypto and then trade these cryptocurrencies in the comfort of your home. What is the name of the system? It is called RoyalQ. Friends, RoyalQ, it is an application that is in a form of artificial intelligence. When I say an application, just like your WhatsApp, but the difference is that your WhatsApp, it is an application for communication. Your Facebook is also an application that is used for communication purposes. But RoyalQ, it is not an application for communication. It is an application for trading. It is a place where you can connect to the market of crypto and trade cryptocurrencies. So RoyalQ, it is a trading platform. It uses artificial intelligence to trade. So that's why we are saying RoyalQ, it is an intelligent trading robot. It is in a form of a robot. Yes, an application like I have already said. So you just need to download this application using a link that is shared with you from a fellow RoyalQ user. You don't just go to Play Store, App Store and download it. No, you need to have it from someone who is already using the platform. Why is it like that? So that I can assure you that if you go to App Store, if you go to Play Store, and then you just type in RoyalQ, you are going to see different forms of RoyalQ. Probably you may be asking which one is the original RoyalQ, because they are counterfeits robots. Some that are imitating to be RoyalQ, but they are not. Hence, I'm saying you need to get the app using a link from someone who is using the robot. So this RoyalQ robot, it is in the form of artificial intelligence. It uses intelligence to monitor the market of crypto before it buys and sells. Yes, Karim, hello to you. I hope that you are not late joining us. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the name that is making waves when it comes to cryptocurrency trading robot. Yes, this is the name that is making waves. I'm going to tell you why RoyalQ is making waves when it comes to the field of trading cryptocurrency. Let's come here and understand better. How does this RoyalQ do the trading? First of all, we need to understand that cryptocurrency, it is digital money. I said already, it is digital money. So if it is money, for you to access it, you need to have an account with the bank. Which bank? The bank that is able to keep crypto, just like your fiat money. Money in your own country has got a bank where you are able to access it. Yes. So for you to have cryptocurrency in your bank, you need to have a bank account. So this tells me that they are digital banks of crypto. Yes, they are digital banks of crypto. We call them exchanges, ladies and gentlemen. These exchanges, they are the ones that makes us, or that enables us to access cryptocurrency from anywhere in the world. It does not matter where you are, but as long as you are able to access a crypto bank, you are able to access cryptocurrencies. So RoyalQ trade in these exchanges that are called crypto banks. So for one to use the RoyalQ application, the first thing to consider is that you need to have your bank of crypto, which is an exchange. Why is it important for one to have their bank of crypto? Because that is where you are going to deposit your trading capital. Remember, it is a business. Yes, what are you going to do? You will be buying and you will be selling. So for you to buy, you're gonna need capital. So where are you going to deposit this capital? You're gonna need an exchange, a digital bank of crypto. That's where you are going to deposit your trading capital. After having this account verified by the bank of your choice. I'm going to show you some of the digital banks that are RoyalQ friendly, meaning if you are to use RoyalQ, it means you need some specific crypto banks. Yes, so that you are able to use RoyalQ. So this is how it works. When you are having your bank account of crypto, you employ the RoyalQ robot to come inside where you have deposited your capital, and RoyalQ will use your capital inside your bank account so that it can buy and sell crypto. Remember, crypto is accessible in your bank because this is where cryptocurrencies are available. So RoyalQ will only come to do the buying and selling of those crypto assets. I hope this is clear. So when you have done that, what are you doing? You are simply allowing the RoyalQ robot to access your capital inside your bank wallet so that buying and selling is happening. Yes, the thing that RoyalQ does not do when it comes inside your bank account, it does not withdraw. It has got no access to withdraw your trading capital because there is a system called API that is generated by the bank. This system only allows the robot to buy and sell, except that there is nothing else that the bot is going to do. The application programming interface, in short, we call it API. It is a software, it is a system that is generated by the bank to make sure that the coming robot, the coming party coming inside your bank account has got no access to withdraw your capital. The only thing, buying and selling. So ladies and gentlemen, there are so many crypto banks that are available in the market, but I'm gonna just show you a few that you need to have if you are to trade these cryptocurrencies using the RoyalQ application. I'm coming back here. Yes, I'm coming back here, ladies and gentlemen, so that we can have a look at some of the crypto banks which are called exchanges. Let's have a look here. They are exchanges. These are our digital crypto banks. Yes. So when you tap here, you are going to see a list of different crypto exchanges. Yes, on the list, you are going to see that there is Binance. There is Binance Crypto Exchange. There is Bybit Crypto Exchange. There is Gate Crypto Exchange. There is MEX Crypto Exchange. There is OKX. The one that I am circling, they are the ones that are RoyalQ friendly. What do I mean? If you are to trade with RoyalQ, then you can be able to do so inside these crypto exchanges. They are the ones that I am able to show you. So there is HTX Kraken, OKX, MEXE. Yes, there is Gate, there is Bybit, there is Binance. Yes, so you can see that all these exchanges I have mentioned, they are within the top 10 exchanges when it comes to cryptocurrency. Can you see how they are rated by the users? These are users rating these exchanges because of their performance. Yes, so they can be trusted because other users, they seem to trust these exchanges to the extent that they are giving them 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. They are rating according to performance. So you can see that RoyalQ is not partnering with nonsense banks. Can you see that? It means your money is going to be kept safe. RoyalQ does not partner with nonsense banks. You can see yourself, ladies and gentlemen. These are the top 10 exchanges that RoyalQ is partnering with so that they are able to trade cryptocurrency for users. So you need to open one of these banks, have an account with them so that you are able to deposit your trading capital, and then you can get started trading cryptocurrencies using the RoyalQ platform. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear? Give me a yes if it is clear. Give me a yes if it is clear. Give me a yes if it is clear. Give me a yes if it is clear on the issue of crypto banks. On the issue of crypto banks. On the issue of crypto banks, if it is clear, give me a yes in the chat. Okay, so what else? What else does RoyalQ do? What else does RoyalQ do? Okay, so this is what I'm finding out from this explanation. You need to understand that this RoyalQ robot does not allow you to deposit your trading capital on its platform as RoyalQ. It doesn't allow you to do that. You need to have your own bank account. Then you are going to connect RoyalQ to your bank account, and then the robot will be able to trade in your bank account. Like I said, inside your bank account, that's where crypto is accessible. Yes, that's where crypto can be found. So RoyalQ will come here where crypto is found, and it will do the trading for you. Yes, so inside your bank account here, there is a market called the spot market. In the spot market, that's where the RoyalQ comes and do the trading. Why the spot market? It is a one-way market. What is a one-way market? We only trade when cryptocurrencies are low, so that when they go up, we sell and make profit. So it is a one-way market. We only consider the rising of cryptocurrencies. When they fall, we buy. When they rise, we sell. When they fall, we buy. When they rise, we sell. That is a one-way market. The good news that I also have is that our RoyalQ platform does not only trade in the spot market, it has introduced another market that is available inside your bank account that RoyalQ is able to trade in. But tonight, allow me to focus on the spot market. In the spot market, when the robot buys any cryptocurrency of your choice, remember, it is a robot that you are going to give instructions on how it should trade. When you are giving those instructions, it follows exactly the way you have instructed it. So when you instruct the robot to buy Bitcoin for you, as an example, and then the price of Bitcoin goes down after it has bought, the robot is not going to sell this Bitcoin. It will wait until the price of this Bitcoin rises, then it will make a sell. So in simple terms, whenever the robot buys any crypto asset, it does not sell it in a loss. If it does not sell it in a loss, it means you can keep your crypto asset as long as you want it. Yes, you can keep this crypto asset even for long terms. You are not going to lose it. So I'm simply saying, when it comes to the spot market, there is no loss, ladies and gentlemen. There are no losses recorded when it comes to the spot market. Yes, we do agree that prices will go up, prices will go down. The going up and the going down of price. This robot does not control it. Yes, it has got no power to control the rising and the falling of prices. Remember, it has just been hired. It is coming to this market where cryptocurrencies are. Yes. So it has got no control here. So the rising and the falling of prices in the market, RoyalQ has no business with it. The business of RoyalQ is to buy and sell these cryptocurrencies. So before it buys, before it sells, it needed to monitor. This is what now it does. For it to buy, for it to sell, it needed to monitor the rising and the falling of the price. It only monitors. Yes. So when it is doing the monitoring, it uses live data. Like right now, what is the price of Bitcoin? If I buy at this price, according to my boss has instructed me to buy Bitcoin for him or for her. So if I enter here and my boss says, when you take my capital and you bring it back, make sure you bring me 3% profit. Yes, on top of my capital. So if I buy here, for me to generate 3% take profit, where should I sell? At what price should I sell? So the robot is going to calculate that. When it is doing that calculation, this calculation is already embedded inside the robot. That's what we call quantification system. So the robot uses quantitative trading. Yes, it calculates. They are mathematical models. So you don't need to worry. You just need to give instructions. That's why we are saying this robot, it is easy to set its trading parameters. These trading parameters, they are the instructions that you command the robot. Go to the market, buy me this. When you bring it back, I want 1% profit. When you bring it back, I want 6% profit. So the robot will calculate. If I enter here, for me to bring 6%, at what price am I going to sell? It will be doing this inside. So you don't need to worry. You can keep your emotions because the robot has got no emotions. It will do it while you are sleeping. It will do it while you are sitting in your comfort. Okay, it
No, we've
seems
lost
like
the icon.
my other gadget has lost network. Let me try to bring it back. My other gadget has lost network. Let me try to join it back. Yes, I'm still here. I'm still here. Just be patient with me. I'm still here. Let me join again with the other gadget. Okay, just a moment.
Recording in progress.
Okay, so it seems like I'm back. All right, am I audible? Am I audible? Give me a yes if I'm audible. Give me a
You're very
yes if I'm
audible.
audible. Okay, all right, so let me share my screen again so that we can finish the presentation and then we take some questions. All right, because I can see questions coming up in the chat. Yes, just be patient. We are going to give you an opportunity to ask your questions. All right. Yes. So let me finish up the presentation and then we get to questions and answers. So I was saying this, ladies and gentlemen, that the robot does not control the market, but it only monitors the price. Yes, so that it is able to buy at the right price that is instructed by the user, so that it is able to bring what is expected of it, right? So that's what the robot normally do when it comes to trading. Okay, let me bring my slide again. Okay, so I said that it is easy to set this robot. It is not difficult at all. When you are commanding it to do the selling, to do the buying, it is easy through simple instructions that you give the robot to, and the robot will adhere your instructions, right? So it is very easy to use this robot. All right, now let's come here and look at something very important. Like I said, that when it comes to cryptocurrency trading, and we are looking for a system, we are looking for a platform, we are looking for a robot that can trade cryptocurrency. RoyalQ, to me, yes, RoyalQ, according to my experience, there is no other robot that can beat RoyalQ when it comes to trading cryptocurrency. I'm going to tell you the reasons why. All right. So we are looking at the track record of RoyalQ, the superb track record of RoyalQ. It's very important to access this information. All right. Very important. So what makes RoyalQ unique? Before we come to how much does it cost? Does it have a price? How do you pay? Do you pay by installment? We are going to answer those questions. But let us look something unique about RoyalQ. If you were listening attentively, you have heard me saying that you do not deposit your trading capital on the RoyalQ platform. This makes the platform to be reliable and secured. We are talking about the safety and security of your capital. Remember, this is an online platform, ladies and gentlemen. So it's very important to make sure that you remain in control of your trading capital. That's why RoyalQ does not allow you to deposit your trading capital on its platform. Why? Because it wants you to be in charge of your trading capital. If you go to bed tonight, if you go and sleep, you should not be worried when you wake up in the morning. Where did I put my capital? Is it still there? Is the application still accessible? Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have experienced a lot of losses when it comes to online businesses. Yes, we have made mistakes when it comes to online businesses. What was the big mistake? We allowed our capital to be in the hands of other people. We deposited our capital that we wanted to start the business with to the platform that was promising us to do the business with. So RoyalQ, yes, it is a trading platform. You come and trade cryptocurrency. But the thing is, it does not allow you to deposit your trading capital on the platform. This makes RoyalQ unique, because if the platform decided to close tomorrow, if the platform decided to shut down tonight, where will be your capital? Are you going to lose it? Give me an answer in the chat. If RoyalQ closes its platform tonight, are you going to lose your capital? Are you going to lose your trading capital? I want an answer in the chat, because I have told you that your capital is not deposited on the RoyalQ platform. So if RoyalQ decided to close the platform tonight, are you going to lose your capital? Are you going to wake up with blood pressure in the morning? Not at all. Not at all. So the reason why we have lost so much when we were trying to look for an opportunity, it is simply because we gave power, we gave control over our money, over our capital. We gave it to those whom we were doing business with. Yes, those platforms that told us, bring $100 and we are going to give you $500 on Friday. Those platforms that says, bring $500 and we are going to give you $1,000 on Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we allow our capital to leave our pockets and go to the pockets of those that we are doing business with, how sure are you? What is the guarantee that these people we are doing business with, they are trustworthy when it comes to money? How sure are we that they are going to give us back the money? That's where the problem is, ladies and gentlemen. A human being is a being that is full of greedy, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So RoyalQ, to avoid such conflicts, it says from the beginning, we are a platform where we don't allow our business partners to give us their capital. We don't allow that. The only thing that we do, they should deposit their trading capital, their money for business, in another account where they are in charge. Then they should invite us to that account. Then we use their capital to trade and we don't have access to withdraw. So when it comes to withdraw, you are the one who is going to initiate withdraw. Remember, it is your bank account. Yes, it is your bank account. So you are the one who is going to have the withdraw button. Anytime, any moment you want, you can withdraw. If RoyalQ trade for you and it gives you profit, you can withdraw that profit immediately without asking anyone. So that is one outstanding feature if we are to talk about the superb track record. Yes, RoyalQ has been existing. It has been here for the past 7 years. All right. Yes, I know there are other businesses that are also here for a couple of years, right? Yes. But what makes me to sleep peacefully at night, understanding that I'm doing an online business, it is the fact that my money is with me. Money is in my control. So, ladies and gentlemen, how much does it cost for one to have access to the RoyalQ platform so that they can trade? Remember, and I want you to remember this always, that RoyalQ, it is not an investment platform. You know those platforms that says you can give us $100. We are going to give you back with profit on Friday, this coming week. On Friday, next week, we are going to retain $500 to you. Yes. So these platforms, they are the ones that do the work. You only give them the capital. Whatever they do with the capital is none of your business. Your business is that when Friday comes, they should retain what they have promised you to have. So RoyalQ does not operate like that. RoyalQ says, if you are having $100, come, you are going to trade using us. You're going to instruct us to use your $100. We take it to the market. We trade with it. Then you tell us how much you want on a daily basis. If you want 1%, then we bring 1% after we have sold what we have bought. That is the condition. Only after we have sold what we have bought. Remember, our duty is to trade, to buy and sell. So when you instruct us to bring 1%, it means after we have bought and we have sold, we bring 1%. The beauty is that you can instruct this robot to buy as many times as it can, as long as the market is favorable. Remember, I said it does not control price. So when I say market favorable, I'm looking at how prices are moving in the market. So the robot will only produce results according to, first of all, capital that you have given to the robot to use. How much capital are you sending the robot with to the market? The second thing is, how is the price moving when it comes to cryptocurrencies, which is market. So market performance plus capital, it determines your profitability. But the good thing is that whether the market is bad, whatever the robot has bought, it is not going to sell at a loss. It will keep holding, because when it comes to cryptocurrency, what goes up must come down. What comes down must go up. What goes up must come down. What comes down must go up. So we are not worried. We don't have any stress, as long as you are in possession of your capital. Thank you so much, Mamti. So, ladies and gentlemen, the price for RoyalQ. Let's conclude. How much does it cost for one to have the RoyalQ robot to trade for them? The price is only $120. This is for 1 full year, 12 months. Yes, you have heard me clearly. There is no monthly installment. You only pay this once, and then you have the robot for 12 months to use. Remember, its use is to trade. So you can have the robot and decorate it as an application on your phone, while others, they are using it to trade and make money. So if you are not instructing your robot to trade, then it is up to you. But RoyalQ has given you at this price, and it is counting. Remember, it is a contract for how many months? 12 months. After 12 months, your robot is going to expire. Yes, when it expires, it's you who is going to determine according to how it has performed. Are you going to renew it, or you're not going to renew it? RoyalQ is not going to force you. It is your decision that you made in the first place to buy the robot on contract. So it is also your still decision whether to renew the contract or not to renew the contract. But after 12 months, then the contract expires. That's the price. How much trading capital to start with? A minimum, at least $100. We recommend. Remember, it is a business. Yes, as little as $100. I'm not saying it is small money to get. No, I'm simply saying this is at least the business that you can start with a affordable capital. You can afford this capital, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a recommendation. At least $100 should be used as a starting trading capital. After you have paid your 120, then you're gonna need $100 that you're going to deposit in your bank account of crypto, so that RoyalQ comes and uses this to start trading for you. The robot is able to trade every single day, 365 days in a year. Remember, it is the crypto market. It does not sleep. It operates 24/7. Yes, it operates 24/7. It does not sleep. There is no public holiday when it comes to the crypto market. Yes, it's different from Forex. Forex markets are closed over the weekends. You cannot trade. You cannot trade on weekends. The markets are closed. But crypto does not sleep 24/7. So RoyalQ does not sleep as well. Yes. So it trades every single day as long as you are having capital to give it to trade with. All right. Now, as I conclude, is it only trading that you can do so that you are able to make a profit on RoyalQ? We are looking at what are the possible ways of making money on RoyalQ platform. What are the possible ways that you can use to make money on RoyalQ? First of all, trading. Remember, that is our business for the day. We trade. So for one to trade, they should be able to have trading capital. I have already told you minimum. Okay? Yes. Now, so after you have gotten your capital $100, you can start trading. What if you are only having 120 to subscribe to your contract with RoyalQ? Can you still be able to make money? Yes. RoyalQ is very reasonable. It tells you that we do also have what we call compensation plan. We compensate people when they decide to tell others about us as RoyalQ, that we can trade cryptocurrency for them if they are having interest to trade. When you bring a fellow on our platform to trade, when they pay the $120 so that they sign a contract with us to trade for them, when they pay this amount, we are going to give you $30 compensation. We're going to compensate you with $30 instantly, immediately. When the person activates, you are going to receive your $30 in your wallet. You can withdraw this $30 to your bank account of digital and do whatever you want to do with it. Yes. So this side of making money, it is not compulsory. RoyalQ does not force you that when you come and trade, you are mandated to share. You are mandated to tell others to come and trade. No. You decide, you choose. That's why today we have decided to share with you, because we have discovered how much joy we find whenever we share the business, whenever others are changing their lives just because we shared the business. It gives us joy, ladies and gentlemen. When people are getting out of poverty by trading cryptocurrency and making profit, it gives us joy, ladies and gentlemen. It gives us joy when we see people without a name, when we see people who are not educated, when we see people that are underprivileged, when we see people that they cannot manage to afford a loaf of bread to bring it on the table. When we see such people start affording, joy becomes ours. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we are sharing, because we care. So you can also make some money if you decide to open your mouth just like me. Yes, yes. So this is a second way to make money. This is a second way to make money. But if you don't want to share, it's okay. Go and eat your bread silently. Whenever you make profit by trading, yes, keep it to yourself. It's okay. But how does it feel when you are buying bread? The next door, they are not able to do so. But you know that there is something that can change their lives. Are you going to keep quiet like that? For how long? For how long, ladies and gentlemen? Let me tell you the good news about $100. There is a good news about the $100. This is what I'm concluding with. Yes, the $100 trading capital that you are going to start with. It may seem to be so small amount of money, but we are here to assist you to use this money effectively, manage it, which we call wallet management, recommend some trades for you that you are going to tell your robot to pick, which we call signals. So when you come and join us, we are going to help you with recommendations on what to trade, on what instructions you should give to your robot, so that when it takes your $100, it is able to bring desired profit. What have we done? We have done this. We have created a strategy. This strategy, we are saying, what if you allow your robot to take the $100 to take it to the market? When it takes it to the market, every time it buys crypto assets, you instruct it to give you 3% profit. Yes, every time it buys and sells, the result that should come should be 3% profit. So if it takes $100, it uses all of it to buy, then it gives you 3% profit of $100. It means it's going to be $3 profit. So it is going to bring 100 plus 3, which is 103% in, I mean, $103 in total. Now, after it has brought the 103, you instruct again to go and buy. It takes again the 100 plus 3, which is 103 as capital now. It goes to the market, it buys with it. When it brings it, it should also bring another 3% on top. Can you imagine that? So if we are to calculate and say, how many times should we send this robot, or how many times should we instruct this robot to trade? Let's say it trade for us 300 times. Yes, it trade for us 300 times. During these 300 times, it successfully delivers. It buys the first time, it sells, it brings profit. It buys the second time, it sells, it brings profit. It buys the third time, it sells, it brings profit. Now, I want you to imagine when it takes your $100, it brings 103. You do not withdraw the $3 profit. You allow the robot to take it a second time. So when it goes the second time, it takes 103. When it goes to the market, it brings 106. So if we are to do some calculations, this is where I want to finish my presentation with. Let's come here and calculate the power of $100 to compound. The power of $100 to what? To compound. We are not withdrawing our profit. We keep adding it to our initial capital. Every time the robot buys and sells, you are on a journey of compounding your profit. Yes. So I'm saying the small 100 can bring very huge amount of results if you are patient enough with crypto trading. It is not something that is going to make you a millionaire overnight. No. Ladies and gentlemen, please understand me. This is not the business that we are promising you heaven on earth. No. Yes, cryptocurrency trading business, it need patience. It need, yes, you need to put in some effort to understand how the robot works, of which we are going to teach you that. Let us look here. I'm concluding. $100 is our initial capital. We instruct the robot, bring 3%. Now, we want the robot to trade 300 times. To go to the market, buy, sell, come back. Going to the market, buy, sell, come back. Do you know that the robot can trade or can close 3 to 10 trades in a day, depending on how the market is performing? Yes, it can do so. It can buy 3 times and sell in a day, depending on how the market is what is performing. So if we are to target 300 times, what are you looking at? How long is it going to take? I'm not going to give you a time frame because sometimes the market also can change, but some other times the market is good. So it is possible that we can embark on a 300 times journey for the robot to buy and sell. If we calculate this capital using 3%, and then it goes and buy to sell 300 times, our $100 has got potential to become $700,000. Someone is saying, you are trying to sell the business to us. I'm not selling anything here. I'm just giving you facts. I have been in the business from 2021 until today. I'm opening my mouth sharing. So you think, if you think that I'm just trying to sell the business to you, then you are taking it wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, I do have experience. I can share my experiences here. So I'm not selling something, or I'm not sharing something that I don't have experience in. No. So it is possible with the right mindset, ladies and gentlemen. So your $100 has the capacity, has the potential to become $700,000. What about if you're having $1,000? You are starting your trading journey with $1,000 as capital. What about if you are starting with $2,000? What about you're looking at 5K to be your trading capital? What are you looking at the end of 300 successful trades? It is up to you to calculate that. I'm just showing you that it is possible with the RoyalQ trading platform. This marks the end of my sharing for today. Then I am able to allow questions to be coming in the chat, or probably you raise your hand. Then we're gonna allow you to unmute and ask your question. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking your time, being patient with me until to the end of this sharing. Now it is the time. Now it is the time. Anyone with a question, please raise your hand. Anyone with a question? Yes, Kevin, please, you can ask your question, Kevin. If you want to come on the microphone, just raise your hand. We're going to allow you to ask your question. You can just raise your hand. Kevin, I see Kevin is saying a question. I see Kevin is saying a question. How RoyalQ trade futures? Okay, come and join us. If you are not one of us, come and join us. We are going to show you how does RoyalQ trade futures. We cannot explain here. We need to show you experience. Yes, you need to experience it. So RoyalQ, yes, it does trade futures. It does not only trade the spot market, it also trades the futures market. But my presentation today, it based on spot market. Yes. Kevin, you need to get a link from the person who invited you to this Zoom. That's how we operate. I'm not going to send you my link. unless it is me who invited you here. But if it is someone else who invited you here, please go to the person. They are going to guide you on how you can get started. Yes, but they should not ask you to send money to them. Okay? Kevin, don't allow them to send money to them. Yes, we do not do that here on RoyalQ. Money should be with you in your own wallet. The only thing they should send you, it is the link. William, you can start trading with $50. It's okay. You can start trading with $50. It's okay. As long as you have activated your robot with $120, you can start your. You should not expect a miracle, because we are not gambling here where you use $10 to bet, then they pay you $10,000. We don't gamble, we trade. Okay? So your profitability dependent on how much capital and how the market is performing. I hope you have understood that, William. Yes. Any other question? Anybody with a hand? Let me check if there is anyone with a hand. Do I see hands here? I don't see any hand. I'm only seeing questions probably in the chat. Let me see. Did I jump any other question? Okay, Michael, I said that when RoyalQ is trading, it does not sell if the profit has not reached. Remember, you are trading to make profit. So if the bot is trading for you and you decide to sell, it's you who is instructing the robot to sell while the price has gone down. It means you are going to conceive a loss. Okay? So RoyalQ was not meant to sell in a loss. It is you who is telling the robot, sell right now, even if the price is gone down. So you are going to conceive a loss. Yes. You are going to conceive a loss. Michael, did I answer your question? Did I answer your question? Did I answer your question, or that's not what you were asking? Okay, if a trade is running in RoyalQ, RoyalQ decided to close, how can one recover his or her funds in the trade? Your funds is already in your exchange wallet. Your funds, your capital is already in your own exchange wallet. That's where the robot is trading in. So if the robot has closed a trade, the capital plus the profit, it is inside your bank account of digital. If you want to have access to it, you can have access to it. You can withdraw or you can continue trading. It is accessible in your own wallet. Yes. You can set the robot automatic. You can set the robot manually. When I say manually, you can instruct the robot to buy. When it sells, it should not buy until you tell the robot to go buy again. That's what I call manual. Okay? But you can also put on an automatic, so that when it buys after it sells, it can buy again. It depends on the instructions that you are giving. Okay? But for you to understand this better, it's better for you to come and join us, and we are going to show you practically how does the robot trade manually, how does the robot trade automatically. Yes, you're gonna understand it better. But you can instruct the robot to buy once and sell once. It wait for another instruction, or it can buy and sell immediately after selling. It should buy again the same coin. Yes. Or you want to hear about the fuel fee? Yes, I did not talk about the fuel fee. Yes, I didn't talk about the fuel fee. When you are trading with RoyalQ, yes, you pay for fuel fee because the robot does not use data. It doesn't use Wi-Fi to trade. It uses fuel. So you are going to deposit some fuel fee in the asset of the robot, so that when the robot is trading, it is able to trade. How does the fuel fee comes in? When you are making profit, or when the robot is trading for you and it is making profit in the exchange where it is trading, remember, it has got no access to withdraw. Okay, so it is entitled. The robot is entitled. RoyalQ shares the profit that it is making for you in your exchange wallet. All right. So when it makes profit, you share. Each and every time you make profit, you share. What is the profit percentage sharing? You go home with 80%. The RoyalQ remains with 20%. So actually, it is 100% profit. Okay? So that's how you share about the fuel fee. So how does RoyalQ access the 20% share? It is the one that you deposit as fuel in the asset of the robot. Since it cannot withdraw, it is you who send its share to its wallet. When it gets into its wallet, it will be deducting whenever it is making profit in the exchange. If it takes your $100, it makes 3% profit, which is the $3. It will calculate how much? 20% of $3. Then it will come to its wallet where you deposited the fuel. Then it will deduct 20% of $3. That's how it shares with you when it comes to profit. So it does not withdraw the profit made in the exchange. It takes its share that you have deposited in its wallet. Is that clear? Someone who was asking about the fuel fee? I did not explain that in my presentation. Yes, we do have a community. We do have a community. Yes. So we do have WhatsApp where we communicate with our community. We do have a WhatsApp where we support our community. We educate, we train, we do anything about the business. All right, Galaxy. We do have a WhatsApp group where we educate, where we teach, where we train about the business. Okay. So we're going to support you through. You're going to get support throughout. The factors that makes RoyalQ to trade always, it is the gas fee. As long as you are having gas fee, you are having fuel fee in its wallet, you have deposited fuel fee in its wallet, the RoyalQ will never stop trading for you until the contract expires. Okay, so whether you have set a trade and then you lose your phone after you have set the trade, the RoyalQ will close that trade when it reaches the take profit you instructed. So when you get a new phone, you just need to log into the app with your login details. You will find that the robot is still running, is still active. Yes, you can buy more robots if you want. You are not limited. But why should you buy more robots? when one robot can do the job in all the exchanges. Kevin, you only need one robot. One robot can trade in 9 exchanges at once. So you don't need many robots. All right. The minimum is $100. Trading capital, minimum is $100. But the RoyalQ price is 120. That's the RoyalQ price, 120. Yes. So the fees that you pay, they are generated from the profit. If the bot is not making profit for you, it is not going to deduct any fees from you. Only when it produces profit. So you only share on the profit, not on the capital. All right? So if the robot is not producing results, don't expect you to pay gas fee. For what? RoyalQ is very reasonable. It does not take what it did not work for. So it needed to produce results for you, which is profit. Then you share on the profit produced. Is that okay? Is that okay? All right. Any other questions before we call it a night? Any other questions before we call it a night? Yeah, so those that are ready, they want to get started, they want to join us on our cryptocurrency trading business, just go to the person who invited you to this Zoom. They are going to guide you on how to get started. Yes, they're going to guide you on how to get started. Any other thing that is in line about the business, you are going to join us on our community platform where we are going to guide you as a community, where we are going to support you as a community on each and every way to make sure that you get the desired results from the business that you have joined. All right? So you are not going to be alone. We're going to be together. We are willing to do extra mile to make sure that indeed RoyalQ works better for you. Thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much for the resources. You used your data to come and join us. It was not for free. You paid data to come and join us. So I believe that you can also make a wise decision to make sure that your data is paid for. You want to ask a question, Michael? Your hand is up. Let me see. Where is your hand, Michael? Okay. Okay, Michael, ask your question. I'm allowing you to unmute.
Okay. Good evening, Coach.
Yes,
Thank
good
you very
evening.
much for all the explanations. Yeah, my question was not properly answered. That is why I want to ask. My question
Which
is,
is,
if a trade is running, I'm trying to respond to the question you asked during your presentation. That even if RoyalQ decide to close, that you will not lose your capital, which is true. But my question is, which is true because your capital is in your Binance. But my question is, if a trade is running, already your fund is inside the trade, and then RoyalQ decide to close, the fund in the trade, how do we recover that fund? That was my question, not the capital.
oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
So, thank you so much, Michael. So this is what normally happens. When the RoyalQ is trading for you, the same applies. Let's say your robot has expired while it was trading for you. It is the same thing. So the robot only monitors the price so that when it reaches your take profit, it is able to sell. So in a scenario where the robot expires while it is trading for you, it means it's gonna only stop monitoring. It is not going to be able to sell. That trade is not going to be completed by the robot. Like in the scenario of the platform closing, the trade is not going to be completed by the robot. What's going to happen? It's you who's going to come into your exchange wallet, and then you are going to sell the asset manually and recover your funds. That's what you are going to do. That's why I'm saying you don't lose your asset. So you're going to come, Michael, you're going to come in the exchange, you look for the coin, then you sell it, and then you recover your funds that were in the coin. Sometimes it also happens that your robot has expired while it was trading for you. But when you check, you discover that the asset in your exchange, it has accumulated in profit, but the robot has expired. So what do? You come and sell in the exchange and then collect your funds. That's why I'm saying you don't lose anything. Did I answer your question, Michael? You can respond in the chat. How to do that, we are going to show you as well. If it is that your concern, we're going to show you how do you sell inside your bank account. If it happens that you were having an asset and there were funds inside the asset, how do you sell manually in the exchange and recover the funds? Did I answer your question, Michael? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anyone else? I don't want to close anyone outside. We are not sugarcoating anything here, so you are free to ask questions. All right, so I think that's all for today. I just want to thank you guys for spending your time with us, for choosing to be with us, and congratulations to those that attended this Zoom for the first time. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. The bottom line is, if you don't take action, there is nothing that is going to happen. You're going to come and attend this business presentation so many times. We're going to keep educating you so many times. You are going to accumulate a lot of knowledge, but it's going to be useless knowledge because it is not applied. Yes. So you can only benefit when you decide to take action and work on what we have shared, if this means something to you. But if it's not something that means anything to you, it's okay. We just want to say thank you. You pitched up today. We were together. My co-host on the platform, thank you so much for keeping us connected and make sure that everything was falling into place. Thank you so much, guys. Allow me to sign out. I wish you a lovely night, a lovely evening, a lovely afternoon, depending on where you were joining us today. May the good Lord keep you safe until we meet again. Coach Mo signing out from Johannesburg in South Africa. Take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.